Okay, hello guys. Good evening. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine, amazing, and well. Welcome back to another vlog. Today, this is going to be the first sit-down video I'm actually doing with John in a very long time. I think the last time we actually sat down to talk, it was about the last time you actually came. We have been recording videos. Oh no, I think the video we did about the car. I think we sat down and talked a little bit. And for today's vlog in specific, by the way, if you don't know, John is my friend from the States. He has a family here in Kampala, Uganda. And I think this is the third time you are here.
Fourth.
This is the fourth time actually he's visiting, and yeah, he's such an amazing friend. I've kept up, whenever he comes, I make the point that I see him, and he also makes a point that he reaches out to me so that we can connect regardless of that busy schedule right now I opt to have, and yeah, John, I have a couple of questions for you, and we're gonna be answering those. So
definitely.
the first thing I want to just ask you generally is how was it, how different is it this time around when we are coming than all the other two times?
Well, this time I'm here longer. Remember, I was here for 5 months.
Yeah,
And I'll be leaving soon. But this time the experience is just way better.
it is way better because you spent more time here.
Yeah, more time, more things I've seen. I'm going to always keep coming back.
Yeah,
No matter. I love Uganda too much.
That is amazing. That is amazing because spending more time here, it means that you can be able to see more. Okay? Generally, it means that you can be able to see more and experience more. And I was also actually very, very glad that you had, the opportunity to spend over 5 months. The rest of the visas you were actually previously getting, they were like for three months. Not so?
They were like for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, but it lasted about 3 months though.
No,
Yeah.
so you would come in for only a couple of weeks.
Yeah, like a couple of. Last time it was like 1 month.
1
so
month.
that was But this time, I was able to, stay longer. We got the baby now.
Yeah. By the way, baby's
so-
already here, and you moved houses.
Yeah,
you
moved
got a
to
much
somewhere
bigger
bigger,
space, much bigger environment, and here I think it's also quite chill.
It's
than the other
quiet.
place.
The other spot had that club, so it was like,
Quite
it was nice, but
always a little bit,
a
noisy.
little bit loud.
It wouldn't be more convenient for the baby.
No.
So how much was that visa? Like, generally it starts from visa. How do you apply for your visas when you are in the States? You apply them online?
So what I do is I go online to iVisa, and then it's $50, but then like for the service it's another 50. So it's about $100.
It's about 100 USD.
Yeah, 100
So you apply
USD.
for a visit visa or a family. What is the type of the
It's
visa?
it's a tourist visa.
So you ask for tourism visa, and it's
like-
about 100. So you have to ship your passport so that they can put it in, or they give you an.
Well, what you do is you
I-
just you take a picture of the passport. It's a certain way you do it. They explain it. You take a picture of the passport. You take a picture of your the yellow fever
card.
Yeah, and it's like one more thing. I forget what it was. It was like 3 things though. It's real easy. You take a picture of it, you upload it, and then you send it in. If you do it the wrong way, it'll let you know to redo it the right way.
way.
But it was your passport, yellow fever, and one more thing. I think it was your ticket.
Yeah, your air ticket.
Yeah, the air ticket.
Just confirm that actually.
Yeah, that you're actually going. You send that in, and in about 1 week, it'll come back. The actual visa will come back as an email. And then you could print it out or whatever. I usually just leave it on the phone and just show them.
When you come to the airport, you just show them that this is my visa, it is valid,
you just show
and
them.
all that. Okay, then the other question I have for you is, this time around when you are coming, like the previous visas, were they three weeks, like maximum?
No, so when the previous ones were 60 days, so 2 months. So the first 2 times I came, it was 60 days, and then they gave me the 90 days.
This time around.
Yeah. So it's like different ones. You got tourists, you got
the
business, all that. But mine's is tourists. That.
So you told me that it was 60 days, which equates to 2 months.
Yeah, the first 2 times.
And the first 2 times, and it was equivalent to 100 USD.
Yeah.
Like when you were requesting for
Yeah.
it,
All of
everything
them
done.
were. Yeah. All of them were
100
the same.
USD.
Yeah.
And this time around, it was 90 days.
Yeah,
That is
90.
equivalent to
To 3 months.
3 months. So for 3 months, were there any increment when you were applying for this visa? Or it was again 100 USD full stop?
Yeah, it was the same.
It was 100.
Yeah, it was 100.
So how did you
USD.
go about asking for the 90 days? Did they just ask you? Did they choose for you?
You know what? To tell the truth, I just applied for the same thing, and then it just
They give
came.
you
It just
3
came
months.
90. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm like, so I gotta check that because I'm like, I don't know. I just did the same thing I always do because it kind of remembers you after you keep doing it. And then I just did the same thing, and they gave me 90. So
90
I'm like,
days.
okay, like
Because also because what was on my mind is this. I thought that since it's now 90, now the
Yeah.
price might have increased. That's what I was thinking in my brain.
yeah, it was
It was
the
the
same
same
thing,
100
though.
USD.
Yeah, it was the same thing for me. It was 100, and then it gave me the 90. I don't know if that was like because I kept coming or, but I have to check that because that was like it's way different. You know, you get 60 the first 2 times and then 90 this time. I'm like, but I remember it being the same. I remember it being the same price. Like
Almost the same price, like 100 USD.
Yeah, 100 USD. Because it's 50 for the service and then 50 for the
With them process that.
for them to process the visa and all that.
So, well, as we have said that you're already here 5 months, or this stay has been over 5 months. So, how did you go about, increasing your visa?
Extending it.
Extending your visa.
Yeah, so the extension is the same process. So what I did is I called the Ministry of
Internal affairs.
Internal Affairs. Yeah.
Yeah, here in Uganda.
Yeah, call them, and you're gonna tell them you want the extension. It was simple. I don't think I sent my passport and all that. I know they asked me a few questions. I forget how it went though, but it was real simple. You're gonna call them. You're gonna tell them you want the extension. They're gonna approve it. That's what the I think Deborah had to write a letter.
Oh, your wife had to write a letter
saying
requesting
why.
for extension.
Yeah, like
or justifying the reason why they should
yeah,
increase
why?
it.
Yeah, like I have a family, have the baby, I need more time. I think that's what she did. She wrote the letter, and then you're gonna wait. You know, like check in about a week or so.
Oh.
Then they gave me the approval. They gave me the approval.
They sent it in form of an email or.
Well, she approved it. The lady approved it, and then they're gonna send the extension. So it's gonna look like the first visa, and it's gonna come as an email like that. Then you will have to print it out. But as soon as you get that one, you take it. You take your passport to Ministry of Internal Affairs, and then they have to stamp it. That's another 60 days.
So when you are coming into the country with the visa you told me you printed out, was that stamped into your American passport?
Yeah, but it's gonna be stamped as soon as you get to Uganda.
Here at the airport. So they stamped it at the airport.
Yeah. So you show them the one you have, and whether it be 30, 60, 90 days,
they print it into your passport.
Yep, they're gonna print like
stamp it into your passport.
Yeah, it's like this thing they print. It has your name and all that, and then it's gonna tell you how many days you have, and then in your passport they stamp that right on there.
Oh,
yeah.
So it is the same thing. Actually, you have to do this time around too. When you have an extension of a visa, you don't have to wait until you go to the airport. You know,
no,
you have to as soon as you get like the reply of the extension,
you take it straight to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and then they're gonna stamp it.
You're gonna stamp it.
Yeah, not the airport. You take it there before you even fly or whatever, and then they're gonna stamp it as the approval. Then when you go to the airport, they'll see that you have the extension.
Oh, yeah. That is some good information, guys.
Yeah,
in case
so
you
make
ever
sure
wonder about that.
Yeah, you go straight as soon as you get that extension. Go straight to the Ministry of Internal Affairs and then let them know I got the extension. Here's my passport. They're gonna stamp it. Boom. then that's it.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, 'cause if you
And
don't,
there are
it's gonna be a
repercussions
problem.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
In case you don't do that, there can be a lot of repercussions that can come with that. A lot of repercussions. So I think it's much better, as John said, this is gold information. Make the point that when you get your visa like this, like the extension, reach out to internal affairs. It's actually in the city center here. Reach out to them, take their passport so that they can add in, that extension in your passport,
Right.
so that you don't have all those hiccups when that time comes in case you want to travel and all that. Yeah. Do you have any other additions on that before you can continue when it comes to visas and things to just prepare before, or about your experience when it comes to this extension of visa?
I would probably say, if you're coming to Uganda, make sure you have a visa. Don't just come, because you do need a visa, and you need the yellow fever shot too. So that's about it. Yeah, don't come without it, thinking that they're gonna stamp it here, because that's not gonna happen. You have to get it first wherever you're coming from, and then bring it.
Oh.
Yeah, they will not stamp it here as soon as you get here. Like, they'll probably send you right back home. So don't do that.
Deported at the airport.
Yeah,
Is it
don't-
deporting or taking you back?
They won't
to the
deport
States?
you. I think they'll just send you right back. They'll put you probably on the next flight right back. Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys, that was the first thing we wanted to discuss. So I have a couple of other questions I want to ask John. He has been here now for some good time, like 5 months. It's almost half a year. That is some good time. In this period of time, he has spent with his family. The baby. He did get a car. He's thinking about a lot of different things. Initially, actually, you had told me that you are planning to retire here in Uganda.
Yeah.
And day in and day out, whatever you guys are doing, it just confirms to that you have the plan. So I would like you to give advice out there to people who are actually coming into the country and let's start from the car, and they want to actually buy a car. Because I remember very well when you showed us your car, and I did a vlog, and a lot of people had questions about it, like advice. Some of them were scared when it comes to con men and people who might steal their money, like car dealerships. As an American, how was your experience with these car dealers in Kampala here? How has been your relationship, especially when it comes with your car right now with traffic? Because you had an issue with that before.
Oh man.
So let's start from the experience of getting the car.
All right. So getting the car, you're right. It's a lot of con men and all. So you gotta find. We went to Timothy's. That's what we like. This guy named Timothy. He's been in the business for like 20 plus years. So he knew what he was doing, knew what he was talking about. And then here you have to have about 75% of the money.
Oh, meaning
Because
that
there's like no credit.
Oh, meaning that if it's 100,000, meaning it's 10 million Ugandan shillings. At least you should have
Like
seven
7 million, yeah, like
million
that.
Ugandan shillings.
Yeah, so you got to have like 75% of it. But with us, we made a deal with Timothy to where we put down about 30%, like that. So he was willing to work with us. Like a lot of people, they want that 75% or it's nothing, or so you got to kind of barter with them. And we were like we were asking around many places. So it was like 5 different places we was looking at, checking around. But when it came to him, we spoke to him. I let him know what I needed, what we wanted. And I told him the amount of time that we'll be able to pay it. So he was cool with all that. Not everybody's gonna be cool with it. Like I said, they're gonna want that money up front. So you gotta kind of barter and tell them where you're coming from. Tell them how much money you have. But he was willing to work with us. So I recommend him.
Yeah.
Like for anyone that's going to get a car. Like now I wouldn't go to anyone else but him. Because he seen our situation and worked with us. So now, if I need a car, I'm gonna just go straight to him. I won't go to anybody else.
At least he accepted 30%.
Yeah, he accepted that. Yeah.
So how was when it
I
comes
think it was
to,
probably more than that. Like, because the car was 8,500.
8,500
Yeah,
USD?
so we put down we put down 2,500.
Okay, the start bit of it. Yeah?
Yeah, to start it. Yeah, and then he was cool with that. Like, so what is it like probably 6,000 left, something like that. Yeah. So, and then we pay it every month like that. So he seen our situation, and I explained everything before we even,
Before you even went to buy the
went
car.
over there. Because a lot of people, they're like, oh, just come and look at the car. And I'm like, I want you to know my situation before I even come over there. I don't want to go looking at a car that I'm not going to buy, like, you know. So he was cool with it, and I recommend him. So I won't go to nobody else but him. Like, yeah.
So tip number 1, find someone who you can be able to trust during the
Yeah,
process.
to trust.
Then-
And what we asked around a lot, you know, probably more than 5 people.
Oh yeah, meaning that also being open can also actually help. Being open to trying out and asking, more people,
Yeah.
you can get a break.
Because we had a certain amount that we wanted to put down, and then we were asking people, like, all right, this is what we have, what could we get, like that. And some people were like, oh, well, you could get this if you bring this amount. And I'm like, all right, but I don't have that amount. I have this, this is what I'm trying to bring. Like, so he was cool with us. Understanding and willing to work with us on that part. So
how did you come to know about Timothy? Do you know them about from the internet or a mutual friend?
Well, Deborah was the one that seen the car. I forget what she seen it on. I don't know if it was like Facebook or something.
Chance high that she have seen it on Gigi.
Yeah, it might have been
Gigi or Facebook.
Yeah, or Facebook. I think it was Facebook Marketplace. And she spoke to Timothy's wife, and she seen the car, she liked it, spoke to the wife. The wife was like, bring this amount, I'm willing to work with you. And we were like, all right, well, we're gonna save this money, and that's what we're gonna do. And that's exactly what we did.
Okay. So that is very strong, definitely.
And the process was quick. It wasn't like the US. Like within 30 minutes, we was out of there.
With the car?
With the car. Insured and everything. Yeah.
Because you told me how much was the insurance.
The insurance
very
was like
cheap.
$25 a year.
25
USD.
A year. A whole year.
A whole year. I was like, what? Like.
And how much compared to the States? How much is the
man, insurance could be like $300 and up a month.
That is very expensive.
Yeah, especially like if you get a new car, it could easily be $500, $600 a month. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys you have actually, come to know that. Make a point that you get someone who you can, trust in a way. Then be open to actually, dealing or asking different people. It can also help you so that you can, be able to get a good vehicle. Then how has your relationship changed right now? When you have your own car, driving your own car in Kampala compared to when you were actually renting cars?
Oh, right now it's way better to have your own things. Instead of renting, you don't have to deal with the headache of having to pay the person, or you could just get up, go wherever you want to go, whenever you want to do it.
Because these car, renters also, who rent cars in Kampala, most of the time they change themselves. Once you told me a story of...
Yeah, the reason we got the car because we were renting. And we rented and went to Lira. So we went north, and the guy wanted more money for that. But he never told us, if you leave Kampala or whatever, the rates will change. He never...
mentioned anything about
anything. He had a tracker on the car and was like, I see y'all all the way up here. I want more money. And
You wanted more money.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Like, when you're doing business, you got to let people know what it is in the beginning. Let them know the rules and all this, and then I won't be doing that. Like, and for us in the US, when we rent, we go wherever we want to go. As long as you bring it gassed up and not damaged, then you're fine. Like,
the other thing I want to ask you, how has your relationship changed right now, with the traffic guys? The traffic cops.
Traffic police. So it's still the same. Like, they're still a nuisance. Because, they want money.
Yeah,
they're real corrupt. So you got to kind of bribe them. But a lot of them you've seen, we just been taking off.
This brings us almost to the end of the vlog, and I also have the last thing I want to ask John. You know, we have talked about the car. He has even given the tips. By the way, John, before even we leave this topic, when it comes to the car, like according to how you have seen cars in Kampala and how things you have seen them for your own, do you think cars are affordable in Kampala compared to where you come from?
Yeah, the car is very affordable. Yeah, like I was telling you earlier, this car would be double the amount of money in the States. Yeah, and we were looking at the Harrier, the new Harrier. So it's a nice car, and that thing was about
1,500.
Yeah, 15,000.
15,000.
Yeah, like 15 to 16,000 for like a pretty new one. Like, man, that thing will be double
the price in the States.
Yeah, it will be like 30,000.
Oh,
yeah,
30,000. It's a lot.
Especially like with the miles on this thing. We got it with like 67,000 miles. So that's like awesome. Like, but it would definitely be double in the US. Yeah. This thing would have probably been like 16,000 for this car, yeah. Especially with the miles on it. So,
Then the last bit of it I want to ask you about. You know, this time around when you came, you have spent more time here, and you have been more into the north and all that, because definitely that is where Deborah's wife comes from. So how has your experience? Has your experience changed somehow about, when it comes to, because we are there last year. I think it was also for you. It was the first time. For you
no,
too?
No, it was
the second time.
I think it was my second time. Yeah.
How has because you have stayed there now for more days, you were there for more days, more weeks.
Yeah.
Has everything stayed as it is, or you have learned something, or something has changed initially in the way how you thought things, they were?
Well, it's hot when you go to the north, like, and it's way more peaceful too. Like Kampala is a big city, so it's a lot of traffic.
Very traffic.
Yeah, a lot of traffic. Like we recommend taking boaters. But it's a lot more peaceful.
And you told me you went to also more to Acholibo.
Yeah, we went to Acholibo. We went
Acholi land. Acholi land.
Acholi, yeah. We went to Gulu. We went to Kitgum. Yeah, Kitgum was nice. Like it was peaceful. It was more peaceful than Lyra. Like I didn't really see people outside. There's one hotel that we stood at. I got to get the name, so maybe on the next video. Yeah, we could like talk about that. But Acholibu was it's nice. It's a small town. It's still up and coming. It's really not like too much there,
and not too much crowded or anything like
not
that.
Too much crowd. I know at the end of, I think every week or the month there's people that come and sell like so many things. Like it's like a big
market.
Yeah, like a big market, like almost like a flea market. Like 1,000 people come, probably more than that. So that was nice. Yeah, that was nice. And we got the second salon there. So
congratulations on that.
Yeah.
That is why I was saying initially that John told me initially that his plan was to retire here. And some of the plans you have told me, like you wanted to accomplish. Actually, most of these things have come through. You moved houses, you got a car, more into investment, more you want to accomplish your home in the northern part of the country.
Yeah, I want to complete it.
Yeah, so that was also a very good step, on the salon that now you have extended and expanded, and I just wish you guys success on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
And before actually I end of the vlog too, do you have any other last thing you would love to tell them?
Well,
anyone who wants to travel here, any tips, flights, visas?
Yeah, like I've been saying before, like Uganda is the pearl of Africa. It's a beautiful place. I would recommend anybody coming here. The people are real peaceful. The people are loving. They're real humble. Everything is affordable. Our money goes a long way here. You could do business. You could retire here. Get married, have a family, whatever people decide to do. But this place is my home now, and Yeah, I love it. I recommend, more people to come here, watch the videos, get information,
Yep, very,
and
very absolutely true.
yeah, and that's about it.
Okay, with that said, guys, thank you very much for watching today's vlog. I appreciate you so, so much. This has been the first sit down video. I can't even believe it that in 5 months I've only got one opportunity to actually do a sit down vlog. But I'm so glad that we have been able to share this information. My takeaway when it comes to this vlog and experience here and what John has, told us is about the visas. Make it the point that you apply your visa the right way, and make it the point that in case you are interested in extending your visa, you do it the right way. Make it the point that you get the stamp before you get to the airport. And yeah, with that said, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me meet you in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment.
Thumbs up.
Yep. And yeah, we shall definitely meet in the next vlog. Bye for now.